Hi, I'm Tom with Wobbly Woodworks, and I'm cold. At first I thought that the cost of putting an electric garage heater in my shop was just a vanity project. After all, I should be able to withstand working in a cold shop. After a lot of consideration, I decided that the cost of a heater was not worth the couple of months of comfort. However, one day I did a glue up and didn't get a chance to get back to it for a couple of days. Assuming that it would have had more than enough time to cure, to my surprise, after 3 days the glue was not even skinned over yet. I had learned the hard way that Titebond glue does not cure in cold temperatures. Around 50 degrees average is what Titebond needs. Depends on the type of Titebond you're using though. So off I went in search of a garage heater. Now there are many types of heaters to consider: gas, propane, electric, and the list goes on. Price was the main consideration for the electric heater. This just seemed like the easiest to install. Also, I was upgrading my sub panel in the shop, so it seemed like a great fit. After some online research, I decided to go with the Dyna-Glo X Series 10K garage heater. My one worry with this decision was, how much will my electric bill go up? First, let me start off by saying that the Dyna-Glo 10K watt is pretty stout, best used for 2-car garages. My shop is 24 by 24 with about 7.5 foot ceilings. This heater can be set from 50 degrees all the way up to 95 degrees in Fahrenheit. It has a dual power setting, 75 watt on low and 10,000 watt on high. It can be angled to push hot air down so it won't just heat your ceiling. Also comes with a remote control and timer settings, so it will shut down after a certain time. One feature that I do like about it is that when you turn it off, it will continue to run for a few minutes till it cools down before the fan will power off. Also, there's a fan only option for the summertime just to keep the air moving around in your shop. It does run on 240 volt though, and it needs to be hardwired. However, I'm not an electrician, but I figured it out and I got the thumbs up. Now, the NEC, or the National Electric Code, states that you need to upsize your breaker so that no more than 80% of power goes into the breaker. The Dyna-Glo heater will run on about 41.5 amps, so that comes to over 51 total amp breaker that you need. So just to be on the safe side, I used a 60 amp breaker and 6.2 wire. So what did this do to my electric bill? Actually not much. Curiosity did get the best of me, so I did a little research before purchasing the heater and found a great website that has a calculator for determining approximately how much it will cost. And it was pretty accurate. You just put in your heater's power in watts, heater settings, the kilowatts per hour from your electric bill, and how many hours per day and days per week you plan on running your heater. It will break down your cost per day, week, and by month. For me, the cost was about $1.20 an hour. So if I do all my glue ups in one day and I run the heater for about 3 hours, 1 day a week, it will cost me less than $20 a month. The cooler months where I'm at only last for about 4 months, so that's only $80 a year. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. So I put the link to the website with the calculator in the description if you want to check it out. I just found it going through the internet and I thought it was useful. Overall, I'm very happy with this heater. It is usually about 35 to 40 degrees in the winter in my shop, and this heater warms my shop about 10 degrees an hour. I began a glue up the other day and had the heater on. To my surprise, the glue had skinned over before I knew it. It was rock solid 24 hours later. Now, insulation does help quite a bit. I can get the shop up to almost 60 degrees Fahrenheit, shut the heater off, and 2 hours later it's still 50 degrees in there. I figure I can increase the staying power of the warmth if I get the attic insulation up to about an R36 value. I'm not there yet, still need to save a little bit more cash for that. But thanks for sticking to the end. I hope you got some good info out of this. Please tap that like button and consider subscribing so that we can learn from each other and build stuff together and share our thoughts. Thanks, and until next time.